Welcome to the 5th class on Introduction to Map Reading. In this class we'll talk about measuring distance on a map. Say you have 2 points, point A and point B on a map, and you want to know the distance between them. The easiest way to get a rough estimate of distance between 2 points is to use the scale at your bottom of your map. You simply take a piece of paper, line it up between the 2 points, mark a tick point on the piece of paper, then bring it down and line it up against the scale on the bottom of the map, and you count over. This is 1 kilometer, and then each of these represent a tenth of a kilometer. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. So we're estimating about a half. So that's about 1,750 meters, or 1.75 kilometers. Now, as you can see, a straight line distance between these 2 points might not be so useful because you're not going to want to have to climb up and down this mountain to get there. Most likely you're going to take this trail. But the trail adds on some extra distance, so if you're keeping a pace count, you have to account for that. An easy way to measure the distance on a trail is to take the same piece of paper and you follow along the trail and make tick marks, making sure that you keep the paper settled at one point in place here as you turn and follow the contours of the trail. Now this is an estimate, and you have to understand that the more tick marks you make and the more thorough you are, the more accurate your pace count will be. Here we're accepting the fact that there's little turns and stuff in this trail that we're not accounting for to get a rough estimate. You continue along the entire distance of the trail until you get to the end and you match it up on your scale at the bottom of the map. As you can see here, where before it was 1,750 meters, now it's much more closer to 2 kilometers if you take the trail. There's other techniques that people can use to measure distance. Some people use a string. Some people use their compass. I think we talked about before, you can kind of estimate distance just because you know that the grid squares on this particular map are 1,000 meters apart. So straight line distance is pretty easy to guesstimate. And then also you can kind of guess in your mind about how far it is between these points on the trail.